Dr. Irvin Khoza has finally come out and told South Africans and soccer-loving people in South Africa as to what the Betway Premiership franchises or clubs are playing for. The previous winning prize for the team that wins the championship was 15 million rands. Well, he has announced the price tag for the one that will win the championship with a new sponsor, Betway. I can tell you this for free, that it is an increase of over 30%, which is good. But to actually give perspective on the value of the Betway Premiership or Premier Soccer League in South Africa, I need to compare it with other top 10 leagues in Africa. Well, I do go by the name of Oscar Since Football, where I discuss and engage on anything to do with football from Africa to the world and from the world to Africa. We've been waiting for this for quite some time. Well, in this episode, I will be giving as to what Dr. Irvin said about, number one, the prize money. Number two, the trophy. What is happening with the trophy? Where is the trophy? We don't know what type of a trophy we're playing for. The sponsor that left had a beautiful trophy, DStv, but they only lasted for 3 years. Betway, they are in charge. Apparently, they're injecting 300 million rands per season, 900 million in 3 seasons, and yet we haven't seen a trophy. Last but not least, did he say anything about VAR? Well, let's engage. If you're seeing this space and this content for the very first time, really appreciate if you engage me on the comments below. What do you think of the leadership of PSL? What do you think of the price tag? What do you think of what do you think has been the delay? Your opinion on why it delayed this far? I mean, we're already on match day week 7. 7 games played, and Orlando Pirates is sitting on top with 7 out of 7, 21 points. Second, just following them, is Mamelodi Sundowns, played 7, lost 1, meaning no, they've got 18 points, just 3 points behind an Orlando Pirates. So after 7 rounds, we were not even sure what we were playing for. But Dr. Irvin came out and announced to everyone. He did mention, some rules. Obviously, there were people that were not happy as to why the league suddenly decided that they were going to take a betting site as a sponsor for the league. We know previously they were not accepting any sponsorships from betting side companies, but ever since the rules changed, we now know that Golden Arrows are one club that are sponsored by 10Bet, a betting side company. Orlando Pirates and the Kaizer Chiefs, they are also sponsored by one of their sponsors is the betting wing company for Supersport Bet. And we've seen Hollywood Bet also in the women's league, and so forth and so forth. So they are already in, but the chairman made mention that if chairman or the match officials, players, agents are found to have registered in any betting company, the law will come on them, and serious charges will be laid on them, and because that's what they were avoiding in the beginning. But I don't want to be too technical in explaining things that are out of my league. What's more important, number one, is to mention that the trophy, according to Dr. Irvin Khoza, is having a journey of there's a beautiful journey he explained of how the trophy will be made, and hence the delay. But they probably want to include most traditional clubs, townships, old generation that actually built to make what this league is today. I know the slogan of Betway Premiership is Ise Kazini, meaning it's in our blood. So maybe the trophy, they'll probably want to include legends, their opinions on how or what the trophy must feature, and hence the delay. That's just my summary on what I heard from the chairman himself. And the one of VAR, he didn't make mention of VAR, and we're still waiting. Gayton McKenzie was shouting about it. He ensured that something will be made about it, and he made mention that it probably costs about, I don't know, was it 70 million per match or 70 million for 10 matches? I can't remember the figure, but I know that it's a costly exercise. VAR on its own will need its own sponsorship, and apparently SAFA, PSL, Ministry of Sports, Arts and Culture, they are working tirelessly in the background to ensure that we have a video assistant referee, because South Africa is a top league in Africa, and many look up to it administratively as a model for their own countries, for their own leagues. And the most important thing that everyone has been waiting for on this episode is, how much is this league going to the price? What's the prize money for the one who will win the league? Well, it is 20 million rands, and that is exactly $1.13 million. Well, it's over 30% increase from the previous prize money, which was 15 million rands. Am I complaining? I'm not complaining. Could it have been better? I think so. If the supposed 300 million injection is what Betway is bringing into the league. Now, to give everyone perspective, if the South African Premier League or Betway Premiership prize money is 20 million rands or $1.13 million, how much are other leagues playing for? And I'll break it down for you. Number 10 on the list, on top 10 leagues, or in terms of prize money, number 10 is Botswana. Botswana, I think they've got about 16 teams as well in the Botswana league, and prize money for number 1 in that league is $54,000. $54,000. That will probably be close to R1 million or just over. So $54K. That's what they're playing for, those teams. That's number 10 in the continent. The continent consisting of 54 nations. And number 10 on the list is $54K. You get what I mean? Do you get the picture? Number 9 on the list is Cameroon. They are playing for $82,000. $82,000. Number 8 on the list is Algeria. Hey, this one I'm not sure. It's almost like I'm even doubting to even say if my research is okay. But number 8 on the list is Algeria, North African League, League 1. They are playing for $100,000, which is about 1.8 million rands or so. $100,000. That's what they're playing for in the Algerian league. Number 7 in the league is Nigeria, the superpower nation. They probably export more soccer players to the world than any other nation in this continent, but their league is not the best. Anyway, how much are they playing for in the Nigerian professional league? They are playing for $120,000. That's what they're playing for in Nigeria. I don't think that even reaches it's just over 2 million rands per season. That's the prize money they're playing for. I'm just giving you perspective, comparing all the other leagues to what South Africa is playing for. South Africa is number 1 on the list, and we are playing for 20 million rands. Nigeria is number 7. They are playing for 120,000, which is just over 2 million rands. Number 6 on the list is Ethiopian. Ethiopia, they are above Nigeria. I think they are sponsored by a betting company, Bet King or something. They are playing for $192,000. Number 5 on the list is probably one of my favorite leagues to follow, is the Tanzanian League. Azam, Simba, Yanga, and others. They are playing for, they are number 5 on the list. They are playing for $236,000. And I saw comments on this research, and the comments were coming from Kenya, Uganda, Burundi. They were like, what is Tanzania doing on that list? They are claiming that they are making more, they're giving more prize money to their number one than what is claimed on this. So number 5 is 236K in Tanzania. Number 4 is Tunisia with $300K. $300,000. That's what they're playing for in the League One in Tunisia. And number 3 on the list is the Egyptian League. Egyptian League, basically they're playing for $500,000, which is which is fair, probably closer to a 10 million rand, or just over, or maybe 8. And number 2 is Morocco. Morocco, Botola 1, they are playing for $600,000. That's what they're playing for. So the gap between number 1, which is South Africa, and number 2 is over 500,000. Over 500,000. So the South African, the Betway Premiership or Premier Soccer League in South Africa, we are playing for $1.1 million, which is roughly 20 million rand exactly. So if you look at the 20 million rands, it excludes the prize money for MTN 8, the prize money for the Culling Black Label, prize money for Nedbank, which is our FA Cup. So yeah, it's about 3 competitions and the league, which is a lot already. And these South African clubs, they're getting subsidy. Subsidy before was 2.5 million. The chairman didn't announce how much they're getting currently. I'm assuming that they should be closer to 4 million or just over 4 million rands monthly as a grant from the league. Yo, that was what I just wanted to share on this episode. The prize money, the trophy, what's happening with the trophy, and the VAR. Please do comment on the section below. Am I correct? If you are watching this from any other part of the continent, am I right with the figures I've mentioned about your country, or what you know about other countries? Do comment and engage in the comments below. I really appreciate your support. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the content on all your social. And there by declaring, may my God bless you all.